Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Imperator Rome as we are playing as the Roman Republic. So my dentist appointment went well, the root canals went smoothly, though they did take a lot longer than I thought they were going to take, or a lot longer than they told me it was going to take. They said about 2 hours or so, it took a little over 3 hours. And that was incredibly uncomfortable. It's been a long time since I had a root canal. As a kid, when I got the last time I got a root canal, the only one I've gotten in my life. So I'd forgotten just how uncomfortable the experience is, but particularly as a bigger guy, I weigh 215 pounds, and those chairs really do not feel like they're designed for a bigger person. So it was just really uncomfortable. They had me like slightly upside down so they could, look up at the upper teeth, and I was just so uncomfortable, like my shoulders and back, everything was just killing me through the entire experience. It was just really unpleasant. And since I just mentioned my weight, just so you guys don't think I'm a fatter guy, if you ever wonder what I look like, I did a recent vlog this past January. You can go check out, you'll find it on the front page of the channel. If you want to see what I look like, put a face to the voice. But yeah, let's go and get started in today's episode. In the last video, I asked you guys whether or not we should have a period of peace to try and, improve the situation in some of these newly conquered territories, since many of them are losing loyalty. And we did just change up the civic rights to the Punic culture, which is very much the second largest culture in our empire, so it's causing some problems. Some of the province loyalty is actually dropping quite quickly. Now, many places where we already have dealt with, the situation with buildings and such, it's not as bad. As you see here, it's negative 0.03 per month. That's really not too bad, guys. There are other places where it's much higher. Some of the ones I've seen, I think this one might be one of the higher ones. Yeah, negative 0.35 per month. So that's dropping pretty rapidly. Not as bad over here, but certainly dropping fast there as well. There's a couple other places where I think it's dropping quicker. Like this one's it. Yeah, negative 0.15. So we got to get this taken care of. And the other option was to instead just go to war with Macedon and hope that the aggressive expansion declines fast enough so that we won't get too high when we take further territory in that war. Very much seemed like the majority of you guys would prefer a period of peace. Let us deal with the aggressive expansion, deal with the loyalty issues, as well as to start working on some of these missions here. There's only like maybe 2 people that said we should just go to war right now. So yeah, definitely seen the majority thought an episode of peace would be a good idea. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. We'll just let this play. We got to earn a little bit of money here. We'll be earning a lot more because I did set up all the trade routes around our empire. Yeah, we'll trade with them. So yeah, I got all the trade routes set up. We are going to also be doing some road construction. Now, I know that we do want to work on the experience issue here and make sure we're continuing getting that, but I think the roads are kind of a priority. The roads help in many ways. So we're going to want these going all the way across the coast here. And more than anything, this is really going to help us with the... we're just going to do it all the way across. But this is going to help us if we did have any rebellions. We could easily get to the rebel location, because I don't think we have much for our levy forces here, since we no longer have the Punic culture integrated. So these guys want to trade for some wine. They're a neighbor, but we'll trade with them. Yeah, we'll give them a bit of our wine. And we're not going to trade with them, though. Somebody else will get that wine. So we'll just continue working on road construction. I think these guys also need to be doing roads. So let's go ahead and have them go. Ooh, I suppose that will probably work. Let me just double check, see if there's any areas here we'd rather have them go through. Not really. Yeah, I think that's fine. So we'll have this go through here, and then we'll have a road go up this way. And just have a lot of roads, man, so we can easily get around our empire. And, the roads give benefits, which I feel are definitely worth the 10 gold that we spend, because they're the military roads. Who are these guys here? Oh yeah, we'll trade with the neighbors here, because I'm not planning on expanding in Iberia anytime soon, guys. We really are going to be focusing on Greece and Macedonia for now, as soon as we're able to declare war again. So we're not going to trade with them, though. Do you have any allies? We should have conquered them already. Yeah, we don't have any allies. We're already trading with them. We've given them 2 things of our wine so far. And the Tribune of the Plebs died. Okay, so about to get him replaced. Also going to get that nice bonus integrated culture happiness. Of course, integrated cultures aren't the problem right now. We're going to decline those guys. And let's get a new Tribune of the Plebs. And we can get one from any family, apparently. Yeah, none of our families are unhappy, and there's really none that we're about to get to grateful. So might as well just pick the best character here. Yeah, for that monthly civilization change. So we'll do this one just because he's a member of a family. And see who we want to trade with. Trade with these guys, those precious metals, which gives us a good little chunk of money here. And we have a feast event. So we say on with the celebrations, then Utica would gain those happiness modifiers, so tribesmen, citizens, and freemen. And then the governor of Africa would get popularity and prominence. He's pretty good, so I would like him as a consul, so that would be beneficial, I think. Or you can say this here, in which case he will lose loyalty, lose popularity, and will gain 10 gold. Yeah, let's say on with the celebrations. I think that's helpful. And that's, of course, in this province here, which was contributing to the province loyalty. I think it was given like negative 0.01. So with that, we now have a happy province here, where we didn't before. So that's beneficial. Now we do have some money. Let's go and get it spent. Again, we should really focus on these areas with the biggest loyalty issues, though this has changed a bit. Okay, yeah, this has changed a little bit. Then I think we'll probably want to build here first then, because this is the location with the most issues, probably because they don't have a lot of trade goods here. But yeah, they're now negative 0.29. So we will focus on this one first. Now, it seems they do have a city. Okay, I was going to say they don't have a city, so we can't get the Great Temple and the Grand Theater, but we can. So let's just get one of those for now. Because this province is very impactful for that province loyalty here. And one of our governors died. One of Numidia, so we'll have to get him replaced. And over here, I think it doesn't really matter for the marshal. We'll probably just want somebody with good finesse. And one that doesn't have terrible trades. Good loyalty is also key. We're going to put that guy in place. And let's just take a peek at who's wanting to trade again. I'm not trading with these guys anymore. They're getting too big for their own britches. We're not going to trade with either of them, actually. Somebody else can have those trade goods. The Blessed Hunt. We have received news that our people in this province here have seen a huge rise in hunting game these last months, almost as if the game are being driven to our territories intentionally. Some claim that our recent worship of Diana is the cause, whereas others think that is just the last of many blessings Gaius has received by the gods. So we say we should bring back to Roma, should bring some back to Roma, in which case we'll get increased food. Yeah, I don't see how that would be beneficial. We could say this one, we would lose money and that province would keep all the food. If we did this one, then we would get the Divine Hunt modifier, which seems pretty good. Base resource production +1, local monthly food plus 0.10. It doesn't say it ends at any time, so. Or we can do this one, in which case we'll gain popularity. Yeah, we're going to do this one. I like getting that, I assume, permanent modifier since it didn't say a time limit on it. Scholar of the Divine, we've seen this event before. Either way, we get the political influence. It doesn't matter how much do we want. And with this one, we're going to gain corruption. Yeah, I don't think we're going to take the corruption. We'll just lose the loyalty with her. Get a little bit of political influence. And we might want to take a look at our stability situation as well. Yeah, we'll trade with them just because I'm trying to get them friendly with us. Though we've had quite a bit of difficulty with doing that just because the aggressive expansion has been so high. Let me just take a look, see if we want to perform Divine Sacrifice. Apparently we've already done that twice, and yet we're still losing a lot of stability because of that aggressive expansion. Alright, so should almost have enough money here to get something constructed. As you can see, the money ticks down every once in a while. That's because of those roads that we're currently constructing. We're not going to give them anything. And the next thing we want to get is the Grand Theater here. And we had it for a second, but then we built a road. Alright, let's get the Grand Theater going there. Since again, this is the location with the biggest province issues. I think that's going to be the only one. Yeah, it's the only city here. So, yeah, we're not going to be able to impact it very much. Yeah, we're still only going to remove like a third of the penalty that we have here. Now, we could, of course, build something here. I don't know if there's anything that actually increases province loyalty besides the forts, though. I'm just going to take a look. There are happiness modifiers, so that's helpful. Yeah, but we could always just try and improve the happiness. Yeah, but that doesn't really help the situation that much. It helps a little bit, I suppose. Like maybe in this province here. But they already have something. They got a mine. Okay, so, yeah, we'll be able to do that. there. And that's the one that's adding the most penalty. Yeah, this one already has a farming settlement. So yeah, I don't think there's going to be much we can do in that province. Yeah, we're probably just going to end up losing the loyalty there unless we were to change up, which we do have the political influence to do. So we could always change them up and like do the harsh treatment to increase the provincial loyalty. Yeah, that might be what we have to do here because this is the most disloyal of our provinces, and those buildings aren't going to do enough to stop that. So we did have an election. All right, so we're going to want to take a look at our new consul. And he's another blind man. Okay, this will not be our first blind consul. Actually, I think he might have been co-consul at some point, the same character. He's not very good. His charisma is okay. The rest of his stats are garbage. As far as his traits go, though, generous is pretty good, so we've got that. He's greedy. That's actually a good one as well for a ruler. Tolerant, yeah, that's super helpful. That'll help with some of our problems with our unintegrated cultures. He's assertive. That's great. Of course, the blind is playing a role in why his stats are so low here. And then he's also sick. Okay, well, he's healthy right now. I mean, yeah, his traits aren't bad, even if his skills are pretty garbage. But yeah, the traits aren't too shabby. It looks like our current co-consul is pretty darn good, though. Yeah, look at that. Finesse. I think he was the governor. Yeah, he's the governor of Africa. And so he's the guy we just looked at and who we picked that one event that gave him the higher popularity and prominence, which I think is what led him to become the co-consul, and thus he can kind of cover for our current consul's many weaknesses. So it's probably a good thing that we got him in place. Because yeah, he's given us much nicer modifiers than we would be having. Such a bummer that he's not the consul, though. That'd be really nice. But he's not. So let's spend this guy's money. We could sponsor games in one of these provinces here. That'd be an option. That would also increase his popularity, but his popularity is not too shabby. Might just do the influence scheme. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do here, guys. So we'll do that, and we need to get a new governor appointed here. We do have an unhappy family, and some of them are decent, but yeah, I think we'll probably end up going with a higher finesse for this really important province here, guys. Yeah, I think we're going to higher finesse here. I don't know that the marshal is going to be all that important, as I don't know how large our levies are going to be here now at this point, since we no longer have them integrated. Yeah, there's only four units here. So yeah, the levies are absolutely irrelevant there. So in that case, we just want somebody with the best finesse. And this guy's a member of family, so we'll pick him. We just do have that unhappy family. It's not that big of a deal, but we can go and take a look and see if there's any way we can appease them. Because I think we have several families that are have enough positions here. We have two. The Cornelius family and the Fabius. Okay, so we'll just take one of the positions from them. That is those colors there. Cornelius family has a lot of positions here, so it makes sense to take one from them here, like especially this one where this guy isn't even all that good. We can reduce the divine sacrifice cost. So let's find a member of that family, though we might not have anybody that's actually better. He's slightly better. Yeah, we'll go with him. We'll just take a look at the two choices here since they're the same. Statesmanship is the same. His loyalty is slightly higher. He's younger, so I guess we'll go with him. All right, so we'll trade with them. They can have that wild game. Whoa, wild accusations. So we can say brush it off. This is from this party leader here, in which case we'll be considered under scrutiny for the remainder of our term. Okay, perhaps we ought to make reparations, in which case we lose popularity, but we'll have to spend a bunch of money to do that. Or we can demand his resignation, in which case we will gain tyranny. Secondus here will lose loyalty, and he'll gain prominence. Alright, that's unfortunate, because yeah, this is a disastrous event here. There's really nothing good about this at all. I suppose the increased tyranny helps us burn off the aggressive expansion, so we could do that. This character is pretty garbage, so we don't really care about his loyalty. Yeah, I mean, I think we're gonna go with that one, because I don't want this under scrutiny for this whole term, especially when we're trying to, like, you know, have a peaceful, stable term here. So yeah, we'll do this one. Again, the tyranny has major problems. The loyalty of characters, for instance, is the big one there. But the burning off of the aggressive expansion would help get us out of this stability hole that we're currently in. So these guys are still building. I highly doubt that these guys are still building, so we need to get them moving. Again, I want to build the road through here next. Let's have them go. Let's just have them go here and then build the road across that way. And this character lost popularity, and we lost stability. Damn. Alright, so let's go ahead and have him build the road over to the front. And then when he's done, we'll have him build the road up this way. That's the next road I want to get. And I think after that, we're done with road building. Yeah. I mean, you could get roads going through all these passes. I suppose you could do this one here. And then this one here. Again, I just want to be able to get to like the front line easily, especially once we start expanding out this way whenever that happens. I think it makes sense to already have the roads built. So yeah, this is irrelevant. Just a health trait there. Probably won't have much effect. The barbarians are back over here. Lovely. Alright, so we could send the legion over there, or we could just raise up the levy. I don't know how much of a levy we actually have around here, though, so let's just take a look. I prefer to them to focus on the road building. I don't really want to have to move them over here. And it's not really all that costly to send some troops, but we gotta have enough to send over there. I suppose we could send our consul's troops. Yeah, I guess that would make sense. Just trying to raise these up very briefly and then send them over there to fight. But we will want to pick where we want to raise them up from. Oh, I never remember exactly where this area ends. I think it's this one right here. Yeah, somewhere around there is where it ended. So I was going to send them, maybe get some popularity for the consul. So yeah, let's go and attack them over here. Though we'll just move here because I assume they'll move before then. Again, didn't need to move the levies to do this. Obviously, this is way more troops than is necessary as well. We do have the ability to get an omen. Let's go ahead and go with... I think we're going to go with the aggressive expansion change again, since that's still an issue for us. It doesn't help that much, but helps a little bit. So yeah, they just continue ticking down that civilization value here. And I never did take a look at the agenda that we have for our current party, which is the Optimates. But they want to do their typical one, which is granting holdings to a character. Yeah, I don't see any reason not to do it unless we don't really need their approval. Which we can use their approval. So yeah, I think we will kind of go with this one. I think we already made a decision against an agenda that they wanted a little while ago. We do not want them to go to this fort here because it's not paid for. So I'm glad that we got there in time, because they'd be able to easily take that fort from us. And the military tribune died. Okay, so we want to get somebody really good here. And we have a couple pretty decent characters here. As far as statesmanship go, he's got the highest. Also looking at age here, I think we might end up making him a general. So I think we're just going to point this guy here. Yeah, I think he'd be a good choice. Okay. And you see we're about to do a battle there. They'll be attacking us. 11,000 men against 30,000. And we easily defeated them. That does mean we can now disband the levy. And since we're building roads, we don't actually need to pay for our army. And I did forget about that fact. Still building roads over this way. And these guys have finished up their road as well. So let's go now have them build the road up here. See how the best way to go about doing this would be. Probably coming up through this province here. Yeah, you could do it this way as well. But yeah, we'll have them come up this way and just go across here. Yeah, I don't think it really changes the situation at all. Could also have them go through here, but again, that doesn't really change the situation much. But you know what? I like the idea of having like a crossway of 4 roads here. So yeah, we'll build from here. It's the same amount of provinces. We actually do have a little bit of money to spend, so again, we'll continue building over here where it seems like we are having the most loyalty issues. The loyalty issues here are gone now that we've got them switched over to harsh treatment. So we've dealt with that and they're back in the positive. Let's just take a look, see who's the worst situation, which provinces. It does seem like, yeah, it seems like this one was the worst. So we're going to build here. And as for where we're going to build, looks like that would probably be the best location. Alright, so let's go with the Grand Temple. And then we'll do the theater as soon as we got the money to do it. And that will get it pretty far down. No longer important leather there, and one of the head of the families has died. So yeah, we'll just focus on burning this aggressive expansion off. We do have enough military tradition to get something here. Remember, we've already done all the Roman traditions. And we do not have enough Macedonian culture, which I don't know how much we even have of that culture, which would be the one that I'd integrate just because they're the most populous in many of these regions that we'll be conquering. So let me just sort this by pops here and just see how large they currently are. And there might not be very many of them since we are in Greece rather than Macedonia, but I do assume we'll have some. Yeah, we got 11 pops. All right, so no point on integrating them just yet. Just not enough of them, and it wouldn't help us here. We're gonna be able to get the Greek traditions. So we'll have to continue with the Italic ones, and that's okay. Yeah, I'm all right with that one. So let's go ahead and see which of these one we want to get. I think we are going towards the heavy cav defense bonuses. Yeah, I don't think we're even gonna go down this one here, guys. Hills combat bonus is nice, of course, but yeah, I don't think we'll go down it. We'll probably go down this route. Yeah, the fort maintenance would be nice. Yeah, all right, so we're gonna go down this route here. Let's get the light cav offensive. That will help with those levy troops, since I do use a lot of light cav. Another civil war has ended. You notice that we haven't had a single civil war yet. I'm probably jinxing myself, but yeah, we haven't had any civil wars ourselves. Oh, okay, yeah. I was trying to figure out what the hell I was doing over here. We're gonna build these roads going out to this province here. Yeah. I'm not gonna get any further roads here. We'll do that at a later time. Just get the roads going up to here, and then we'll get the roads going up to here, up to that fort or whatever. And then we'll be done on this side of things. Sure, this guy's also ready to continue building roads. And you know what? I think we're going to have him go through this pass here. Obviously, if we wanted to get over to this location, the best way would go by sea. You know, I do want to have roads going through here. I think it would be helpful. Although, how large is this city? I mean, yeah, I mean, I guess that's the only way to go by land if I don't want to have to use my troops. Use our fleet. So we'll go over here and then have him build the roads all the way through this way. And then he would like go up along the river, I suppose. Up to there. And we could always do more roads over this way here. I don't know if it'll be necessary though. Those mercenaries were just hired. And again, our granaries were raided. Excellent. So let's do this one, get that loyalty. That's unfortunate, we're gonna lose so much money here. Briefly puts us in a negative, but we'll be out in a month here, so we won't get any negative events. Let's take a look who we want to trade with. Neither of them. I said no to both. As that's a revolt, so not the best option. Yeah, we're gonna trade with these guys. Yeah, making pretty good money. I mean, I guess if you consider the fact that we're not paying for anything, then that's not as good as it could be. Yeah, that could be much better. Got an event about a legal challenge here. And they just keep on... yeah, everybody's just got problems with their console, so they would take one of his holdings. Wouldn't really impact that much, honestly, for us. Or we can go with this one here, in which case Rome will give him... I don't know why Rome's giving this character money rather than our consul giving money, some of his personal money. Yeah, we're not going to do that one, guys. Yeah, we'll do this one here. We'll just have to lose a holding granted to that character. Because, yeah, it's... we're just getting a lot of negative events, really. So we need to build here again, though he does not have an extra building slot here. I'm sure there's something we can delete, though. Tax office or a mill. Well, they only have one slave. So let's get rid of the mill. And then we'll build the Grand Theater instead. Let's try and get that loyalty ticking down at least slower. So that we don't have to go, you know, I don't want to have to change to, you know, harsh treatment everywhere if we can avoid it. Got an event about trade winds. This would increase the local tax here, or we could do the local population growth or migration attraction. Let's do the local tax since we're trying to get more money. So we continue building here. Again, I don't know when we'll be able to start working on our missions, because I really want to get the loyalty issue here dealt with. Because this could be a serious problem if you let it sit for a while. Similar to what we saw before. You know, us changing up the rights of the Punic culture has certainly had an impact. Yeah, we'll trade with Libya. They just kind of rose up out of Egyptian territory. Egypt has actually come over here and conquered all this. there's not a lot of border territory left between us here for this non-colonized area. Yeah, Egypt is definitely expanding a bit, although they've actually lost territory to the Seleucid kingdom. Yeah, look at that. They've lost territory to them. Okay, so Egypt is actually having issues. And these guys just continue to get more and more powerful. I mean, just look at their pop numbers compared to ours. I mean, we're pretty large, but even then, yeah, they vastly outnumber us when it comes to the pops. So we've got another rebellion over here. Excuse me, another barbarian force. And again, the best course of action here, I think, would be to raise up the levies. Though the question is, do we have enough levies to even raise up? I don't know that we do. Yeah, I mean, we might be able to put together maybe 4,000 if we raise out of multiple locations. And I guess that's what we're going to do, because this army over here is quite far away. It'd take them some time to get over here, and even with the roads to deal with this, they do need to start making their way over here. But yeah, I think we're just going to raise up a bunch of levies, guys. We'll raise up, like, obviously we don't want to be too close to these guys here. So that's 4,000, probably not enough. Which one's closer? You know, I'm not entirely sure which one's closer here. They seem about the same distance. We do have roads in both. Let's just raise in all these areas. That just shows you how little troops we have over here, guys. So yeah, let's get these guys moving over to here. Probably won't fight them until we get to at least one of these armies over here. These guys actually do look a lot closer. Alright, so let's have these guys come over here, and we'll want to have them in a hill province. This one will work, I suppose. And so if they attack us, we'll have that bonus. They're going to attack this province, though. And we'll go here so we don't let them take that province capital. So yeah, still waiting for these guys. It looks like they'll arrive first. Okay, so they were a bit closer. And yeah, I just don't know that we would be able to win here because they have a better general. They have more troops. And I just don't think we'd be able to win without at least another 2,000. I mean, maybe, but yeah, I don't think it's worth risking it. Alright, so now let's go ahead and move here. Then we'll attack them there with all these troops. And the more troops we have, the more likely we'll be able to get them wiped out. Let's go and get these guys moving on back over here. It's going to take them some time to get over there. Could use a fleet, but they'll just walk. They'll be fine. Alright, so we did not wipe them out. So we'll have to fight them again. There we go. Alright, so we have destroyed them. Let's go ahead and get rid of all these levies. Should be a total of 4 of them. I don't have to pay for these guys. And it shows that even having the 2,000 levies, if you combine them with other ones, can deal with these barbarians, or at least the ones down here. The ones up here are significantly larger. So we moved up there, but we didn't build the roads. Damn it. Alright, so we have to do this again. I didn't have the road building on. I'm sure some of you guys noticed that. Alright, so we have to go through here, do this all over again. Now, we do have money to spend, though. So let's go and get that taken care of. So with these 2 buildings here done, I mean, it is a bit lower, but yeah, not quite as low as I was hoping. So we might have to build them somewhere else as well. Let me just take a peek at the other areas here, see which one. That one's still the worst, so I probably want to build it there. Let me just take a look at some of these other places here. That one's pretty bad too. So is this one. But yeah, I think this one's now currently the worst at negative 0.22. So we'll build over here. And we're going to want to get both of these if we can. Just try and get that loyalty up. So yeah, I think that's going to be the entire episode, is just building temples and theaters. And we'll be able to work on our mission tree just yet, unfortunately. Alright, so these guys coming over here, getting that done. Still waiting on the Legion to get over here, and then we're going to start them training again, because we're not earning very good military experience. Yeah, it's actually pretty cruddy. Got another civic advance. Excellent. So let's go ahead and see what we want to get here on the civic tree. I think we might already be working towards some. Yeah, you know what? Let's go towards this one. This is going to get Roma 4 local city building slots and a national tax modifier of plus 10%. So that'll be helpful, even if we're not currently building in Roma. And maybe we should. I'm sure we have plenty of building slots. We have 5 building slots open here. It's most beneficial building here, obviously. Let's go and get another aqueduct, considering the fact that population capacity is at max. See what else we might want to get here. There is a lot of tax income being earned here. So the tax office this is one of the few places where the tax office might be beneficial. Could get another court of law, just seeing all of our choices here. Obviously the food situation is fine. I would like to get another library since this is our key research location. Yeah, you know what, let's get another library here, guys. And that'll be it for now. With the rest of our money, we really need to focus on this loyalty issue, because it's continuing to decrease. There's also areas here where it's decreasing that we need to consider maybe building in, like this one here. But it is dropping a lot slower, so that's the reason why I'm focusing over here. We got an event about the Oracle of Delphi. So the Oracle has been the rise and fall of many legendary heroes. Ill tidings arrive from the Oracle with a messenger bearing news of the bad times to come unless Rome is to get a new leader. The nobles of our society start looking at Marius with skeptical eyes, as the Oracle herself has said he is ill-befitting a leader. Maybe it is time to change our leadership. I'd agree. I mean, he is a really cruddy leader. I think our leadership is about to change soon anyways. Not sure who we're getting here. Looks like more cruddy characters. Seems like the worst of our society are the ones to rise to the top. We say a large ceremony would appease the gods, costing a bunch of money. We could say we need to convince everyone that the Oracle is wrong, costing political influence. Or we can say outdated superstitions. So there's really no option for just replacing him. That's a shame. I don't really want to spend all that money because we'd get a negative event more than likely, and who knows what the negative event will end up being. Might just have to go with spending the political influence. We actually do have pretty good political influence right now, so we could go ahead and spend that. We need to do something about the stability though with that. Yeah, I guess that's what we'll do, guys. We'll do that one. Let's go ahead and do the perform divine sacrifice again and again. That's really what we need to be working on. We need to get that stability up higher. That would help a lot with these provinces and their loyalty issues. And okay, this is just the military axis. I saw something about outrage. I'm like, what are we supposed to be concerned about here? So this territory here is all uncolonized. I don't think there's any that we can currently colonize just yet. Yeah, we just don't have we don't have enough pops here in the area. But again, for colonizing these areas, I think we'd likely have to really focus on moving pops around to be able to do that. And then same deal over here. Yeah, we're probably not gonna be able to colonize any of these areas anytime soon unless we were to focus on moving pops over there. Although, you know what, that province might be pretty close to being able to do it. Then you just gotta wait for them to all convert, assimilate, whatever. So the oratory advances has been gotten. So let's go ahead and figure out what we're gonna get next. So we were moving down here because we wanted to get the winning land by the sphere eventually. And I think out of the two routes we can go, I want to get that Grand Triumph. For that +5 for loyalty at generals. Oaths of Fealty is nice as well. And this one here enables the create mercenary state territory interaction. And then the allied representatives here. That's helpful as well. You're getting national freeman output. You're also getting increased opinion with your subjects, making it easier to integrate them. So that would be one route to go down here. I think I said I was going to go this route because of the aggressive expansion change modifiers here. We're getting, I mean, you're getting like a -0.5 total. The war score cost is nice as well. Yeah, so these are some good ones too. And this is just going to give money to every Legion commander here. I think we might just go with this one here and then go down this route. We might just end up skipping over those. I don't know. Then of course we were also talking about going down this, down there. But let's go and start with this one. Let's get this aggressive expansion ticked down quicker. Though we are almost down to 0 at this point, so we'd want to declare war against Macedonia. And I feel like the stability issue in many of these provinces is much improved. At least it's not dropping, you know, rapidly. It's much better than it was, I should say. I think this Hort province here is the main one causing issues. So let's go ahead and get something constructed over here. Probably both of these constructed over here, actually. And that won't completely reduce it, but it'll get it pretty close. And then we'll start working over here. Yeah, we'll start working on this area here. So also need to work on the area here too. Finished up the roads there. Let's go and do the last set of roads over here. And if the Legion is over here, which they are, they've probably been sitting there for a little while, let's go and get them training up. Though we can't drill them because we're not paying for them. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Because again, I feel like the military experience is too low here. So let's go and drill them. And again, we can probably declare war here pretty soon. What I'm thinking that we'll do is raise up another legion over here. So we'll bring this legion, which is, you know, our capital legion. We'll bring them over to Macedonia, probably with these guys too. And, you know, we'll have all these levies here that we can use against any barbarians that pop up there, or any wars that end up happening. And then have like another legion here in Africa. Raise up our third legion. Although, yeah, I forgot there's no point in doing that because we wouldn't be able to get very many units there. Yeah. So we'd probably want to get it in our third most populous. So let's just take a look at that. So we have one for here, we have one for here. There's nowhere I feel it is worth getting another legion. So what we would instead want to do is like increase the size of our current legions. Maybe get this one up to 20,000. And then bring 40,000 troops over here with, you know, in the legions, with then another levy as well. Although I'm hesitant to remove these guys from here, since we hardly have any levies there. We have to ship levies across if we have any issues here in Africa. So got an event here. Let's see what our options are. This is involving this character, which we just had a event with that character. We say he will quiet down in time, hopefully, in which case we're going to lose popularity. He's going to lose loyalty. And he'll gain popularity and corruption and a bunch of money. Or we say time to share with the rest of us, in which case we're going to gain some tyranny, which again will be helpful with the aggressive expansion, and gain a little bit of money as well. He will lose loyalty, and he's still going to gain the corruption and the popularity, and he gets, you know, all that money. So yeah, we'll go with this one, guys. And let's go ahead and continue getting stuff built. So I think the next location to work on was down here. Yeah, we're negative 14 there, negative 16 here. So let's build over here, guys, and wherever our cities are. We might not have any cities over here, actually. Yeah, there's no cities here. All right, so in this case, it might just be best to do the harsh treatment. Yeah, that'll get them out of the negative. Over here, if we have any cities, we'll build something. It might not. Yeah. Oh, actually, you do. We have one city here, though you can't tell it's a city. There's hardly anybody there. But it will allow us to construct that building. See other areas here. Yeah, I guess we'll go and get the Grand Temple and Grand Theater here. Or we'll do the Grand Temple first, obviously. We'll be able to do the theater just yet. And we finally got rid of that cruddy console just to get another cruddy console. Excellent. Unpopular console, and he's unpopular, so we'll have this event on top of that. So that's a lot of money. This is getting more and more expensive because it's based off your total income, so it just gets worse and worse. We'll go with this one. We can burn off tyranny fairly quickly, and of course it does help with the aggressive expansion. So let's go and take a look at our new government. Obviously he's our consul, he's our co-consul, and even though he's pretty cruddy too, at least he's got an okay zeal, okay charisma. He's having to cover for everything, just about, because our consul is just so bad. As far as his traits, he's a shrewd ruler, not going to help much. Tactically inflexible, that's overall negative if he commands. He's arrogant, merciful. Yeah, overall he's pretty cruddy, guys. There's not much redeemable about him. So one of them was a governor, the other was the augur. I was going to get these guys replaced. Here we're just going to want somebody to appease one of these two families. Doesn't matter which one. I guess we'll do the best guy here. Though, you know what, actually, let's do the governor first. Oh, it's for this position. Alright, so here again, doesn't really matter who we appoint. We just really want somebody who's part of an unhappy family. And you know, I really don't want to put like their best finesse characters here. I'd prefer to put like somebody who's a little bit cruddier. Just because, again, it's one province that they're managing. So we'll do this one here, because he's from an unhappy family, and then with that, we can get that auger that we were going to get from the Claudius family. Aggressive expansion is much lower overall, and we now actually have a bit of opinion with them. I'm wondering if we can't get these guys to become a client. -24. I've been trying to do this for some time, guys. We're going to try again, improve an opinion here, and seeing if we can't get that high enough, which we do have to get it to. Let's just take a look here again. In order to offer it, we can't look at it just yet, till the 4th of August here. It was 50 opinion, 100 opinion, 100 opinion. Okay, so we'd have to get that up a lot more. I don't know if that'd be enough. We might have to give them a gift. But we'll just pay attention to that and see if they'll even accept it. They might not, though it's not too bad of a chance there. So we need to get one more shot of money there, month worth of money. Lost an Admiral over here, and we have an event about the influence of the Claudius family. Okay, so this is this governor here, and we can essentially add him to our family because we're the consul and he's not part of a family. So yeah, we could add him, in which case he'll get that modifier there because he's of humble origin. And we also reduce our family's prestige by a bit, so that's something to consider as well. We could decide to accept this character, the governor of Greece, just looking at who's like better as far as like future positions. Okay. I mean, I guess he's slightly better as a governor, at least. But he's got better stats overall. He's younger, though. So we can invite the older guy instead. And I don't think there's any other changes here besides the character. Or we can say neither of them will be invited. Since our ruling family expect to hold 4 positions of government, but only 5 family members are able to work, we should look at expanding our family. Oh, okay, so that's the reason why this event is firing, because we don't have many members of our family right now. You could always just find other characters to adopt as well. But, you know, we'll just do this event here, guys. And we'll adopt this character. He's fine. He's a governor. What is in a name? And so we can either have him keep his name or adopt the Claudii name, and that's what we'll do. We do need to find a new Admiral here. It seems that no families are unhappy, so we can put anybody in place here. And I think we'll just do one of these guys. This guy's pretty decent overall across the board. Yeah, he's not too bad. He's fairly loyal as well. Look at his stats here. Mostly would be yeah, that'd probably be better for a land commander. Maybe do this guy. Yeah, we'll do this guy here. He's pretty loyal. Okay, so yeah, aggressive expansion's almost down. But I'm not really happy with the loyalty situation. I mean, we've been building a lot. We just had so many provinces that were unhappy with our rule. And you can see the effects of it. Like, just in this episode, it's declined in many of these areas quite a bit. This is actually pretty bad here. Oh, yeah, look at this. They only have 2 locations here. All right, so I don't know if there's much to do here besides doing the harsh treatment. It sucks we got to keep spending our political influence on this. For the next one, I think we're going to again do the aggressive expansion change, guys. Let's continue ticking that down as quickly as possible. Alright, so we need to get this building here. So yeah, this is still not, that was not enough to get the loyalty up, but it's not too much of an issue. These are not going to fix it. It's not going to be enough. Let's take a look at this location, how much they're losing. They're losing a lot as well, though we already have all these buildings here, so we'd have to get it in another province. But yeah, the loyalty is an issue, guys. As I said, I mean, you can see just how much this is declining, even with the buildings we constructed. All right, so let's do another province here. Now, most of these we don't actually own up here in the north, so that means we might not have another city to build in. We do not. All right, so yeah, if it gets too low, the only choice will be to start oppressing them, doing the harsh treatment. Here there probably are going to be some cities to build in. Yeah, there's a few. This one's actually pretty large. We don't have enough money to build any of these, though, so we're going to have to wait a second. Wait 1 month to get it. 244 gold, so it was actually 2 months we had to wait. Let's go and get the Grand Temple. And you know, the benefit of building these everywhere isn't just for the loyalty, guys, because it is helping us convert and assimilate faster, which now that we no longer have Punic culture here as accepted, there's you know, obviously not very many Romans throughout this territory. So I think getting those pops assimilated and converted is going to be super helpful. We got the martial advances, so we'll get something picked there. We also have an event about excellent conditions, so we can make the most of this stroke of good fortune, in which case we're going to gain 266 gold, but Gaius here would lose loyalty, which I would get it pretty low. Yeah, a bit way too low. We can apply these lessons across the province, in which case Gaius would, and I just want to look at his stats here. Yeah, he's not even all that good. He'll get prominence. The province will get some good bonuses for the slaves, and it'll cost us some political influence. Or you say they have it under control, we'll still get money, just not as much. And they'll get another modifier there that's the same and actually better. Gaius is going to get money and he'll get loyalty. Well, that seems like the best option, honestly. Yeah, I mean, you don't get as much money, but yeah, I think this is clearly the best option, so we'll go with that. That means we can also build another loyalty building here. Let's go to get that going. It's just, these are just so expensive, guys. So it's really kind of taking up the whole episode. It's just building these, constructing these buildings and all this territory that we have, which, you know, loyalty wasn't really an issue for a long time because of the Punic culture being integrated. But with that change, it did cause a lot of issues, guys. So let's go with this one to get the loyalty of generals increased, and it'll also increase their skills. But the main thing here is, of course, just to get that loyalty up. Super helpful. So hopefully we can avoid issues with these guys here. Let's go ahead and give these guys another 5,000 men. Yeah, let's give them 5,000 more. We're going to be bringing them to Macedonia when we attack. We'll have 2 legions for that task, which we'll need because Macedon is very large and powerful. They continue to expand as well. Obviously not as powerful as we are, but they probably have more integrated pops than we do, meaning they probably have more troops available to them. So I expect they're going to have fairly large armies here, guys. Now, as far as the loyalty here in Greece, it's actually really high. We do not have loyalty issues here, which is the reason, I mean, with the exception of this province, but it's not that bad. But that's the reason why we're not building there right now, and why we're focusing on the areas over here. But yeah, let's go ahead and build up that legion a bit more, guys. Increase their overall strength. So it's going to be this one here. Kind of take a look at what they got. We're going to want to get 3 units of engineers. Yeah, definitely going to want some more engineers there. So let's go 3 with the engineers. Let's also get some more supply. We'll get some more archers. And probably some more heavy infantry, guys. So currently we're at 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do 2 more on the heavy infantry. And we'll do 1 more of those. And 2 more here. And that should be just right. 4, 7, 8, 9. No. We're actually over a bit, so we need to build 1 less of the... And we do not have the money for this. I didn't even bother to check to see if we had money. Alright, so we'll have to make that adjustment later, as soon as we get the money for it. And let's see who we want to trade with here. We'll trade with these guys. And what do they want? They're not wanting to trade. They want military access. I don't know why they would even need military access here. I'm going to decline them. Because, yeah, they can't get to our... You know, they need to attack Macedonia, and it's right here. It seems like they also have a conquest. Yeah, because they just are an imperial, you know, conquest here that they're doing for their war goal. Because yeah, they just took the 1 province that flipped over to them immediately. Yeah, another character's born here. Again, we don't really worry about naming those. Let's go ahead and get that legion built out. Now that we actually have the money here, we did 2 of those, 2 of those. And then the rest will be heavy infantry. So we're at 3, 5, 7, so 3 heavy infantry. Look at about 20,000 troops here. We never did build the road. Again, just me being inefficient here. Because they could have been training if they weren't going to be building. These guys are getting their experience up as well, which will be really helpful for the overall conflict. And again, we're just going to continue taking that local tax. And yeah, we'll ship those troops over there. We'll pay for our fleet, ship the troops over there. Aggressive expansion's just about low enough here. Again, we could have declared war much sooner. I'm just trying to improve the loyalty issues throughout here, just kind of focus on using the money for that. Though sometimes I wonder if it wouldn't have been better to go to war since you get all that money from conflict, typically. We're going to tell them now. So yeah, let's go and continue building. Let me just take a look, take a peek. Man, yeah, it's continuing to get higher in some of these areas. Yeah, it's actually worse than it was. I don't know if there's some governor corruption. Yeah, there's some governor corruption causing problems here. So yeah, as they get more and more corrupt, we find ourselves having more and more loyalty issues. So yeah, it's getting worse in many of these locations than it was before. Feels like we're just hitting a wall here and not able to get the loyalty improved. And I don't want to change them all to harsh treatment, because that would take a lot of political influence, first of all. And harsh treatment, of course, I feel like is the last recourse. So yeah, I think we should focus on here, but didn't we already... Yeah, we already built in 2 provinces here, man. Yeah, I think that's enough investment there. I'm not going to invest any further. How about over here? How much loyalty are we losing here? It's not bad there. That one's a little bit worse. Yeah, some of these are getting pretty low here. Yeah, we're even losing it over here. Yeah, some of these are pretty bad. This one's particularly bad. I think that's one of the worst ones we've seen yet. Nope, not to be outdone. These guys are even worse. All right, so I'll see if there's any cities here to build in. We've already built in the main city. There might not be any other cities, guys. Yeah, we got one here. Okay, it's not a very populous city, but yeah, it's a city. So let's go ahead and build here then. We're gonna want the I guess we'll want the Great Temple first. Then we'll do the Grand Theater next. But yeah, this is just, it's very costly, guys. So let's trade with these guys. Their road is done. Excellent. So let's go ahead and get them moving down here. Actually, we'll start moving them into... Yeah, might as well use the fleet for this. I don't know who will get there first, so let's just see. So bring these guys down to a port. And I moved the wrong ship again. It's not the first time I done did that. This one ship fleet. Let's move them back. And we do have a new agenda for the Optimates. So they're wanting to change up the election term, increase it by 5 years. I mean, you have more, higher stability from doing that. But man, the negative here is that you get stuck with your cruddier ones for longer. Also, the divine sacrifice cost would be lost. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm okay with that. Yeah, I suppose I'm okay with having the elections a little bit less often. Even if it does result in us getting stuck with the cruddier consuls. All the consuls are cruddy. How often do we get a good consul? It's pretty rare. So I don't think it really has that much effect. Instead, let's just get the improved, party approval here, though, is actually already at 98. So we could turn it down, but I'm not going to. I'm actually going to let him change this up. I'm okay with making the terms a bit longer, guys. All right, so I think these guys will get here to the port first. Let's move them over this way. Kind of just a race here, see who can get down, who can get further. And yeah, we'll move them straight on over to Greece. Though we're not paying for our fleet, so that's an issue. That we can't do that until we click through this. Let's pay for the fleet. They're not going to run into any pirates, so it's not really a concern, but just in case. And again, another event that we've seen many times. At least, this is at least the 3rd time it's fired, if not the 4th time. So we don't really need... Well, I guess we do need popularity. Yeah, popularity is pretty low. So we could do this one here. Of course, we'll get that slave happiness penalty. I'll also get some tyranny. This will be less popularity. We have the reduced output instead of the happiness, and you'll have to spend political influence. And we're not going to do either of these two here. Let's go with the popularity option. All right, so these guys are going to go ahead and pick the Legion up. And I might have built it a bit too large. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention to the numbers I built, apparently. Because it's a little bit larger than we wanted it, but it's fine. All right, so let's go and move them over to Greece. All right, so let's go and bring them over here, and then we'll go pick up these guys next. We'll have them train while they wait. just continue to get that military experience up. And no supply issue here right now. Oh, no, we are having supply issues. I don't know that we'd be able to supply in many of these areas, yeah. We can go here, so that's where we'll put them. But yeah, let's go ahead and get the fleet coming over here and picking these guys up. Although we actually already have a fleet over there. So might as well use them. Makes more sense to use them. We're going to need the entire Navy, of course, for this conflict. So yeah, we'll just have them go there. And then we can just have these guys hop on the ships here already. And they would come up over here, though there's not any ports up along the coast here. Now, I did not... Yeah, we'll just have to land there as well. Now, I did not take a look at the Macedonian Allies. They have a lot of subjects. Yeah, quite a few subjects here, guys. We could always just take a look at their diplomacy mode. All right, so this is the area that they have here. So we would have to attack Corinth, because that is one of their subjects. Of course, they have all these islands over here as well. So yeah, we'd need to attack Corinth. So we'd have to send somebody to go do that. Maybe might send one of these legions, in fact, to go do that. Just take a look at what the... Yeah, we got plenty of supply limit here. So yeah, we'll probably send a legion over there to take care of that for us. So we'd want to... Yeah, we want to send... I mean, we also have the levies that we're going to be sending as well, so we'll have those built. Maybe we'll just send the levies over here since they're the least likely to be attacked. Yeah, we'll just send the levies over here. We still need to raise those up. So I guess we can go pick those up with this fleet here. So let's raise them up now. And of course, the levies we'll be raising is our largest one here. And I think that's all we're going to use here, guys, because we only have one more set of very populous levies, which is the one in Magna Grecia. And so what we want to do, I mean, he is technically better at leading than our current consul. But yeah, I want our consul over there. So yeah, he would be the one that we'd use in case any barbarians pop up or whatever. I think he'd be the best option, because yeah, we don't really have any large number of troops here from anywhere else but these two levies. So yeah, we're going to raise these guys up. Let's just get them coming over to a coastal province. We'll have them go over here, and then we'll have this fleet go pick them up. And then yeah, we'll use that. We'll split those guys up into like 3. Have one attack here in Corinth and then one attack over here. Yeah, I think that'll be good. And then to take any other areas around here, capital regions here. All right, and then the other legion would be over here. So that's the plan. So we'll get them all moved over there, and then we'll attack them. Because aggressive expansion is, obviously not bad at all now at this point. We didn't need to wait this long to declare war, honestly. I was mostly doing it because, or waiting this long, I mean. Where's the ports, man? I guess this would be the closest port if we want to attack from this direction. Though I'm not sure where they can sit and not take attrition, so let's just take a peek here and make sure that there's a good area. Yeah, you can sit right there. Okay, let's go and get these guys moving over to this port here. But yeah, I was just trying to get the some of those buildings constructed for the loyalty, man, because yeah, we are having some issues with the loyalty, particularly in Africa. North Africa is just really bad, and we've already built in like multiple cities across here as well. Yeah, I might need to build more of those. Just continue ticking that down. So these guys are here. Let's go and get them moving. I'm not entirely sure where they'll be able to fit. Yeah, there's not anywhere. We'll have to split them up more than likely. I mean, we're probably going to need to split them up any damn way. I was trying to let them... I mean, I guess they could just sit... No, they can't sit there. Yeah, I think that's the only location here, is where they're already at. Yeah, so we're going to have to split them. You don't even have to split them by that much, technically, to be able to get them all to fit in that location right there. You could also just put them here in Thebes until we're ready to declare war. Again, though, you don't really need 20,000 army, 20,000 man army stomping around. But yeah, we're going to put these guys over here for now. So the fleet is fine where it's at, and yeah, we're just waiting for the levies to get here, and then we'll be ready to declare war. We do have a claim on them already, as you can see here. We could always be forming another claim, but I'm not going to wait, guys. Civil War ended there. So we're just waiting for the levies to get over here. I don't want to split them all up and stuff. For right now, this is fine where they're at. We'll go ahead and have these guys drill up though while they're waiting. Should have had them drilling too. We could always get that military experience up a little bit before we declare war and continue constructing some buildings here. But we're going to want to declare war, pretty soon. We aren't paying for our forts right now, so we can keep that as is. But we'll keep the fleet and the army paid for. But yeah, here very, very soon, guys, we're going to go and declare war on Macedonia. And this will be our first, probably somewhat difficult conflict in a while. They're going to be the first one that's been comparable. As you can see with the fleet here, we do not have that much larger of a navy than they do. So yeah, this will be the first time we're fighting a powerful country since those first initial wars with Carthage. The first 2 Punic Wars, I think, is when we actually had a bit of a challenge. And after that, it was pretty easy. So we haven't had a challenging conflict in a long time. So this will be the first one in many, many episodes where we'll actually be fighting somebody who's comparable to us. In fact, they'll probably outnumber us here because I've only brought these troops here. So they might actually outnumber us. It's hard to say exactly how many troops they can bring to bear. But I wouldn't be surprised if they do outnumber us. Now, it'll take them some time, of course, to get all their troops over here. But yeah, I feel pretty confident we'll get a victory here. So we'll be declaring war pretty soon, guys. The beginning of next episode, we will do the historical lecture on the Roman conquest of Greece. I'm going to try and have that be a shorter one, so I don't know how much detail we can go into, but yeah, we'll cover a topic on that. So I do hope to see you guys on the next episode, because we're going to end this one here. If you enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. I do hope to see you on the next video, and thanks for watching.